Ciao ragazzi, this is a moment from Inter Worldwide. Played a very good game. I like the forwards, I like the midfield, I liked everyone but Kolarov. Everyone sees that Kolarov is not fit in that position other than Conte, who thinks Kolarov is a superstar even though he failed every time he played a center back. We just lost this game because of two mistakes from Kolarov. We needed one of Bastonia and Skriniar back. I think we lost to COVID, not Milan today. Forza Inter into the next game. I think we have enough depth to overcome the problems that we're going to see this season with COVID and injuries.
Ciao ragazzi, Dom here for Inter Worldwide. After what I'd like to say was not the best Inter game we've seen. Obviously, AC Milan have picked up their derby win in so ever many years. It's about 5 or 6 years. Really not great to see it, especially in the fashion that has happened. Really poor display by Inter today, I have to say. We often looked on the back foot and maybe taking stuff too slow. We did kind of pick it up towards the end of the first half. We had chances here and there. In the second half, we also tried picking it up, but unfortunately, nothing else came. Main points is that, yeah, again, like the Fiorentina game, Kolarov is the worst player I've seen trying to defend the ball. I can't wait. Bastoni's just tested negative for COVID, so we can finally get out there. Skriniar should be back soon, and we can just get Kolarov out of our team, and I'll be the happiest man. He was at fault for the penalty, and also with Ibra's second goal. I mean, the marking, Ibra was space, tons of space, and that shouldn't be happening. Also, another player that I'm looking at, and whenever I see him, my blood boils, is the Croatian wing-back Perisic. I mean, I don't know what his game plan is. He just runs, he does a couple step-overs, and that's that. Like, he gets old, everyone reads him. Yeah, he got the assist, but anyone can get the assist if all you have to do is tap it across for Lukaku. Really, really disappointed with the boys. Lukaku did play a good game. He's always given it, always physical, always fighting. Vidal as well. Vidal is slowly becoming one of my favourite Inter players at the squad at the moment. He gets on that pitch and he's a warrior until the last minute. Like he said in a post when he was at Juve, he'd go to war for Conte. That's what he did today. Fortunately, it didn't pay off for him. Almost got a lovely assist for Hakimi, I believe it was. Some other players that we need to look at is Barella. He got bullied. Absolutely bullied. He played out of his skin, but every single time it came through, boom, someone's on him, someone's fouling him. Same with Lautaro. As soon as Lautaro went up, Simon Kjaer was right behind him, always there, always there. Not the best result from the boys. I'm going to give him a 4 out of 10 today. Really need to pick up for our midweek game against Borussia Mönchengladbach. First game in the Champions League. Hopefully, unlike the last 2 years, we can get out of this group. And yeah, Forza Inter sempre. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao ragazzi, this is Bikram from Inter Worldwide, coming immediately post Milan derby and, disappointing obviously result. Don't need to speak so much about that, unfortunately. We all know, we all feel it. For me, look, immediate post game, it's easy to be caught up in this sort of emotional roller coaster, but it's probably worthwhile considering trying to break it down. What is Conte's objective with this team and our style of play? And the reality is he's gone for an ultra-attacking approach. And, that approach involves obviously looking at our wing-backs as an attacking outlet. Today especially, I thought we played very direct. I thought we advanced the ball much more quicker. And I thought our attacking play was much more fluid, particularly in the first half. But of course, just that final third, we struggled again. And we didn't really make the most of some really good opportunities. But essentially what the style of play that Conte is committed to means that our defensive players, our defenders in that left centre-back and right centre-back, they will be exposed. Conte knows this. He knows that they're going to be forced to make decisions, particularly one-on-one challenges. Now, he's backed them to do that. They haven't done that yet, but he's backed them to do that. He understands, I'm sure Conte understands that. But where we're struggling, it's one thing, look, you miss a tackle here and there, but positionally, there's a complete discontinuity amongst the side. There's no cohesion there in the positional sense. I mean, Kolarov is caught out of position. I know that people will say, well, Perisic is exposing him or this, that, but that's the style that he's committed to. He's asked, we saw even from corners, Hakimi was playing as the advanced role. He was the outlet because they're trying to exploit his pace out wide. So, if you're going to commit to that style of play, you understand as a coach that your player is going to be exposed. So, really, Kolarov's positioning wasn't good enough. D'Ambrosio was obviously caught out a few times as well. They're playing in a different line. The offside, the different sort of offside line that they're playing. There's no real offside trap there either. So that's something that needs to be addressed. And I think for me, look, Conte's compensation has been, well, let's play with three players who have very good defensive qualities in midfield, in the center of midfield, Vidal, Brozovic, Barella on this occasion. And that's fine, but again, they just don't have that harmonious continuity and positioning sense amongst each other. So it doesn't compensate just because they're good defensive players. So for me, look, what do I take out of this game? I'd say, look, number one, I think if you're going to commit to that style of play, then you should commit to it wholeheartedly. For me, as I said, I thought our attacking play, the bulk of it was very good. Just in the final third, we still had more chances. We still should have won this game, I believe. But you need to commit to that style. And for me, look, Eriksen, this was a game indirectly which demonstrated for me that someone like Eriksen should be starting this particular game. Because if we're going to go for that attacking option, you play with Eriksen in that centerpiece. He's got two defensive-minded players behind him, and he's got options. Instead, we're judging Eriksen's performance in the second half when the game is completely disjointed. There's no positional sense for any player, and both sides, in fact, were playing poorly. The referee had no idea what was going on. And that's when we're putting in a player who has the ability to exploit a well-positioned defense, and we're asking him to play in this disjointed system. So for me, look, that's something that I would be looking, hoping that Conte addresses. But as I said, look, there's not too much you can say about who was our best players. Here and there, obviously Barella did some good things, Vidal did some good things. I thought Hakimi had a good first half, but then the second half, he fell away. He just lost confidence. It was falling to the ground. Perisic, initially I thought he struggled one-on-one, but again, when we actually decided to commit to that direct style of play, and he was getting the early balls in, again, that we had that option there. So, look, I thought the good things were that we played much more direct. We were looking to advance the ball much more quicker. We were more aggressive in our passing options. Lukaku, Lautaro looked to run the ball. When they did successfully, we looked dangerous. But if we're going to commit to this style where we're looking to score more goals than the opposition, where we understand that we're going to concede opportunities to the opposition, then we need to commit to the system wholeheartedly, but we also need to look at our selection as well. Today we were challenged by our player availability, and I think, playing these types of big games just after an international break is never easy either. But, look, disappointing result, but let's hope that the club is on board and looking at options going forward.
Ciao ragazzi, Jermaine here for Eating Worldwide, and Inter has just lost the Derby de Madonnina 2-1 to AC Milan. Very physical game, very tight game. Inter had the most chances, couldn't concrete in the final third. Very sloppy, too much mistakes. The first 15 minutes were terrible. Milan went 2-0 up, thanks to Ibrahimovic. Then we got one back by Lukaku, but the defense was pretty bad. Pretty bad. Kolarov cannot play center back. Kolarov does too many mistakes. D'Ambrosio, too many mistakes as well. Milan capitalized on it. They do their thing. Then in the second half, we tried Hakimi with a couple of attempts, couldn't concrete there. Then at the end, Lukaku with the back heel, Donnarumma with a great save. I think the team really missed Bastoni and Skriniar. Really missed them. Credit to AC Milan. They play good. They do their thing. Then they draw back. So that's what they got to do. I mean, they got the result at the end of the day. So that's pretty much it. Hopefully, Bastoni comes back on Wednesday, yes, against Mönchengladbach. Long way to go. No need to panic yet. I think Conte did pretty good today. pretty good. I think the team let him down. There were good enough players to compete today. Couldn't do it. Wednesday, difficult game. Difficult game on Wednesday. Mönchengladbach, a pretty good team. We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Forza Inter.